Good afternoon, students. Today we'll see ambiguity in grammars and languages. A grammar is said to be ambiguous if there exist two different parties for the same string. Now, what do you mean by ambiguity? Ambiguity is nothing but confusion. When a grammar derives a string and that particular string can be derived with some other pattern also, then the compiler gets confused. This is called ambiguity. So we'll see what type of grammars can be ambiguous. Yes, when we speak regarding the grammar, when we construct a grammar for a language, it is not necessary it will be unambiguous. Some grammars will be ambiguous, and we also will see how to remove the ambiguity also. Now first we'll look into the ambiguity in the grammar. We'll consider an example. The same old example we will repeat so that understanding will be easy. So consider a simple mathematical expression or the yield W is equal to A plus A into A. So for this particular yield, we know what the grammar is. We have remembered the grammar we had discussed previously. So that we will write the parse tree. So now you can see here for the yield, we can have expression will derive the sum of two expressions A plus A. Then we go with the right hand side. This is rightmost parse tree. So then this E, here you say A into A to get the yield A into A. We have to have we go or refer the grammar E into E. Then we'll consider this because it is rightmost parse tree. This expression derives an identifier. This derives the terminal symbol. Thus this is been derived. Then this is already there, a constant available from the grammar. Now we'll move on to this expression. This derives an identifier. This derives an terminal symbol. So this is been achieved. Then we move on to this. It's a plus sign or the sum which is already there, made available by the grammar. It's a terminal, cannot be rederived. Next left out is the expression E. This derives an identifier. This derives a symbol. So when you collect all these three, you will get A plus A into A. So you have the branch of a tree splitted here. The dotted line will show you. This is rightmost derivation for the given yield W is equal to A plus A into A. Now we look into the same derivation yield if you go with the leftmost derivation. You have an expression. Split this with the help of rederive this with the help of the grammar E into E. Since it is leftmost, I'll rederive this. Get the branch here because plus needs to be coming first. So we'll have the plus here. So I'll have the sum of two expressions E plus E. Then come to the left side again. E derives I derives a terminal. Expression derives an identifier, derives a terminal. Then E derives I derives A. Again here also I have shown in the dotted lines where the branch is. Look at these two trees. Do a comparison. When we compare these two trees, the yield is same. There is no change in the yield. But the pattern of yield is different. The structure of the parse tree is different for the same yield. This pattern is called ambiguous. So as the structure of the parse tree changes for the same string, the above grammar is called ambiguous grammar. Now we'll consider one more example for our convenience. So we'll consider one more example for ambiguous grammar. The grammar is given here and the string yielded is also given. Now what if the string is not given? Only grammar is given and asked you to justify whether the given grammar is ambiguous or not. In that case, what you should do is you need to derive the grammar minimum and get a string, and for this you need to have a parse tree and then check out whether you get two parse trees for the same string or not. So for that we'll consider here Now we need to find out whether the given grammar is ambiguous or not. So let us derive the string W is equal to AAB. I'll consider the given grammar above. S derives AB. So I'll have S derives AB. This will rederive A, capital A, B. Then it will rederive, this is a terminal symbol. This will rederive a terminal symbol. And this will be written as it is, and this will be as it is. Because we have done this in the grammar derivation. Again you will keep this as it is, terminal symbols are arrived. Now this variable is rederived, you get a terminal symbol, keep this as it is. Step by step, one at any given instant. The last step is you got a terminal symbols 3 here, then derive the last one capital B to lowercase b. So you got the string for the given grammar. Now for this I will draw the or construct the parse tree. To construct the parse tree, we will see here. You have considered S derives AB. You can see here again this variable rederives lowercase a, 2 variables. Again this rederives to a lowercase terminal symbol. Next this rederives to a lowercase terminal symbol, and then this variable rederives to lowercase terminal symbol. That is W is equal to, we got AAB. Now once again we will rederive the string, the given string. Check whether we derive in the different pattern. So we have seen this LMD. For this we have written the parse tree. Now I took S derives AB. Previously also I have taken this. Now I am checking whether I can get a different branch for the same grammar. Yes. Now derives A. You have this derivability also in the grammar. If you just see here in the grammar, A will derive AA also, so that A derives A, capital A, and you keep this as it is. And again this will derive the same thing as A derives AA, A derives AA, keep the B as it is. Now again this A terminal symbol is derived in the grammar, so I will say A derives, variable derives to a terminal symbol, keep this as it is. Now last I will take the variable and derive it to the terminal symbol, that is AAAB. This is the second way of rederiving the string using the leftmost derivation only. So 2 times I have done leftmost derivation for the given grammar for the string. If it is yes, then I will construct the, I got the string here, I will construct the parse tree. You can see the parse tree, it is very clear. Look at here and look at here. Yes derives AB, A derives A and variable A. Again this variable A derives a lowercase and a variable A. B derives, variable B derives a lower terminal symbol or a lowercase b. Now what I will do is compare this parse tree, look at this parse tree with this parse tree. When I compare these two trees, you can see here there are 3 branches, 1, 2, 3, then 2. But when you look at here, it has how many? You can see the level also gets changed. 0, 1, 2, 3. Here it is 0, 1, 2 for the variable. So now again you can see for the same string, what did you get? The structure is changed. This is same, but the structure on the left hand side is changed. So we call this type of grammar as an ambiguous grammar. Let me see what you have. Thank you students. This was